10 self-care tips to help you relieve stress. Self-care is something you can rehearse every day. It can help your self-improvement and a way to improve your overall health. These exercises can be as straightforward as going for a stroll or eating your number one nourishment for lunch. As much as you need to rehearse self-care, now and again it can feel overpowering. Perhaps the exercises you've been doing to help yourself feel drained or exhausting. Fortunately, there are a wide range of approaches to rehearse self-care. You don't need to take a gander at it as overwhelming, and truth be told, self-care isn't as muddled as you would envision. Here are a few different ways that you can work on dealing with yourself every day. It takes one little change to have an enormous effect in an individual's life. Keep finding out about these day-by-day activities and self-care tips and find which ones work for you. Give a blessing or gift. It might sound unreasonable, however, giving a blessing can be a type of self-care. You can offer something to other people, or give a blessing to yourself. Self-care isn't restricted to one sort of movement. It can include blessing giving. Perhaps there's a t-shirt or a hoodie that you've been needing, yet you're anxious about going through the cash. Treat yourself. Also, we need to treat ourselves at times. Possibly you've been contemplating an old companion and still can't seem to connect. Take some time and keep in touch with them. A letter. There's an exceptional thing about a transcribed note. Our general public is centered around electronic interchanges. The craft of the transcribed letter has been lost. An extraordinary blessing you can give somebody is a pleasant letter or a card via the postman. Go for a stroll. One thing you can join into your self-care routine is going for a stroll. A few people like to exercise, and others experience difficulty getting their body going. Strolls are helpful on the grounds that they're not an extraordinary type of active work, but rather they reset your psyche and body. A walk is generally simple to join into a day-by-day self-care schedule. You could stroll to or from work or go for a walk after the workday diminishes pressure. Strolling is an astounding type of activity that is incredible for nervousness and can bring down your circulatory strain. Strolls are intended to be lovely and not upsetting encounters. Truth be told, in case you're feeling worried, taking a walk can help you discharge pressure. Get a fidget toy. Squirm toys can positively affect our emotional well-being. It very well may be trying to deal with life's stressor, however it's a little simpler when you have a little security object. Squirm toys aren't only for kids. They've been known to help grown-ups adapt to tension and ADHD indications. In case you're feeling anxious, it can assist with having something to hold, play with or crush. Tangible incitement can be a type of self-care. Tactile incitement is a type of self-care, and it's alright to utilize objects to help yourself adapt to feelings. Exercise. One mainstream type of self-care is a workout. Regardless of whether you go to the exercise center or do actual work at home, it's something you can fuse into your everyday self-care schedule. You can utilize a treadmill one day. One more day you can rehearse yoga in a class or in the security of your home. Doing an alternate type of activity every day can cause you to have a positive outlook on yourself. You're dealing with your physical and mental prosperity. Exercise has been known to decrease pressure and lower an individual's pulse. There are various medical advantages to active work, and when you participate in long-haul workout, you will receive the benefits. Keep a morning journal. When you get up toward the beginning of the day, compose a page or two of yours opinion. You can get out your musings for the afternoon and deliver any uneasiness that you may have. Set your caution for sooner rather than later in the day. You need to be fresh. You'd be amazed at how revived you feel subsequent to letting out these words into a diary. Self-care isn't just about actual work, it's likewise a psychological and enthusiastic development. Start a dream journal. There are numerous subliminal secrets uncovered in our fantasies. Keep a scratch pad close to the bed and record your fantasy the following day. In the event that you do it first thing when you awaken, you're probably going to recall more subtleties. Dream journaling is a method of rehearsing self-care. It's additionally an approach to lessen pressure before anything else when you keep a fantasy diary. It's consoling to review how your psyche meanders during the night. In case you're seeing a specialist, you can carry your fantasy diary to meetings and talk about what you think the fantasies mean. The advantages of recording dreams are many, and understanding them can improve your psychological wellness. Dance by yourself. At the point when you've had an upsetting day, turn up some music, and dance those emotions out. You don't need to go to a club to be free. Moving is a superb type of pressure alleviation. It's liberating to move your body and let out your feelings. Moving can be an incredible type of self-consideration. Your dancing is more about delivering repressed energy and boxed-up trouble. Moving can be an extraordinary method to deliver endorphins and begin having a positive outlook on your body and psyche. Take a little nap. It's anything but difficult to get cleared up in our wild lives. Before you know it, you're genuinely and sincerely depleted. One approach to deal with these issues is via cutting out time in the day to rest. Studies have demonstrated that forced snoozes that last from 15 to 20 minutes decidedly influence an individual's intellectual working. At the point when you rest, in any event, for brief periods, it helps the cerebrum increment center. At the point when you awaken from a brief rest, you'll feel restored and revived. Go for a drive. Driving for joy can be a superb type of self-consideration. Rather than having an objective as a top priority, take a drive for no particular reason. Numerous individuals admit that driving for recreation clears their head. You might be one of the people who discover driving unwinding. Treatment. Seeing an advisor is an amazing method to deal with yourself. There's no ideal chance to begin advising. You could be battling with a specific emotional well-being issue, or maybe you need some help in day-by-day life. In case you're thinking that it's difficult to take part in self-care, a specialist can furnish you with strategies to help yourself.